China has threatened the European Union in their ever-increasing sanction of China. Their hope is to destroy China's economy to prevent the invasion of Taiwan. But this strategy might also destroy the European economy, and as we have earlier reported before, sanction is a two-edged sword. The line between ally and adversary blurs with every turn. The European Union's latest maneuver to impose sanctions on Chinese firms over their alleged ties to Russia's military operations stands as a testament to the West's enduring hypocrisy and selective justice. As Brussels brandishes the sword of sanctions with one hand, it extends an olive branch of trade and diplomacy with the other, revealing a schism in its moral and ethical stance that is as wide as the chasm between its declared values and actions. This bold move not only casts a shadow over the EU's professed commitment to international law and fair play, but also ignites a firestorm of controversy that threatens to engulf the fragile edifice of international relations in flames. Amidst this geopolitical chess game, China's vociferous condemnation of the EU's illegal sanctions and long-arm jurisdiction echoes through the halls of power, challenging the very foundations of the international order. With accusations and counter-accusations flying, the stage is set for a showdown that could reshape the contours of global alliances, trade networks, and the balance of power in an increasingly polarized world. As the EU wields its economic might as a weapon, it exposes the fault lines in a world order teetering on the brink of upheaval, inviting criticism and sparking a debate that will undoubtedly reverberate across continents. In this high-stakes game of power and principle, where truth is often the first casualty, we invite you to delve deeper into the heart of the controversy. Join us as we peel back the layers of diplomacy, uncover the undercurrents of tension, and challenge the narratives that dominate the headlines. With a critical eye and an unyielding commitment to uncovering the complexities of this unfolding drama, we promise a journey through the labyrinth of international politics that is as provocative as it is enlightening. Stay with us till the end, for this is a story that not only demands our attention, but challenges us to question the very essence of justice, sovereignty, and the future of global cooperation. Hello and welcome back to Innovative Check YouTube channel, where we delve into the innovative and transformative projects changing our world. If you're new to the channel and enjoy learning about innovation stories around the world, you've come to the right place. Please subscribe, like, and comment to help boost our videos on YouTube. In response to the European Union's proposal to implement trade sanctions on 3 Chinese firms, China has articulated a strong opposition against what it deems illegal sanctions or long-arm jurisdiction. This stance emerges amidst escalating tensions between China and the European Union, particularly in light of efforts to constrain Russia's military capabilities through economic means. The proposed sanctions aim to curtail the ability of Russia to access sanctioned goods via third-party countries, marking a significant move as it includes firms based in mainland China and India for the first time since the onset of the Ukraine conflict. The tension is further amplified by various trade and technological disputes, including investigations into Chinese electric vehicle manufacturers by the EU, China's counter-investigation into European liquor, and a secretive agreement between the Netherlands and the US, aimed at limiting the export of critical chip-making technology to China by ASMW's development signal, a complex web of economic and political maneuvering. As both sides navigate the intricacies of international trade, sanctions, and diplomatic relations, China maintains that its business engagements with Russia are standard exchanges that do not implicate third parties, and as such should not be subject to external interference or influence, with a firm commitment to protecting the rights and interests of Chinese enterprises. Beijing signals readiness to adopt measures against what it perceives as unwarranted sanctions. Just a quick reminder to hit the like button below. YouTube has been restricting my videos a lot recently because of bots, so your like does help out this video massively in terms of the algorithm in YouTube. The backdrop to these tensions includes previous attempts by the EU to target Chinese companies with sanctions, which were ultimately abandoned due to internal resistance within the EU, and after China provided assurances of its non-involvement in supporting Russian military activities. Amidst these geopolitical frictions, China is also striving to mend and stabilize relations with Europe, driven by a need to invigorate its economy through enhanced foreign investment and trade. This intention was highlighted during the first in-person summit between China and EU leaders in 4 years, where Chinese President Xi Jinping expressed a desire for China to become a key trade partner for the EU. The situation is further complicated by China's state-owned banks, which are reportedly tightening financing restrictions for Russian clients in response to the U.S. authorization of secondary sanctions targeting financial institutions, assisting Moscow's efforts in Ukraine. This nuanced stance reflects the intricate balance China seeks to maintain between supporting its strategic partner, Russia, and managing its economic and diplomatic relations with Europe and the broader international community. If you are enjoying this video so far, please don't forget to subscribe, share the video, and comment. Amid these geopolitical dynamics, the European Union's approach to imposing sanctions on companies within China and India illustrates a broader strategy to tighten the noose around Russia's economic capabilities, particularly in acquiring goods that are under international sanctions. This move by the EU reflects an increasing willingness to extend the reach of its sanctions regime to third countries, a decision not made lightly given the potential for diplomatic fallout and the impact on global trade networks. The proposed sanctions against Chinese firms are part of a concerted effort to prevent Russia from circumventing international sanctions through the use of businesses in third countries. By targeting firms in China, the EU is signaling its commitment to enforcing its sanctions regime rigorously, aiming to close loopholes that might allow Russia to access essential goods and technologies for its war effort. This development is significant, as it marks a departure from previous EU policies, which had been more cautious in directly implicating Chinese and Indian companies in sanctionable activities related to the conflict in Ukraine. The response from China, emphasizing the normalcy and legitimacy of its business exchanges with Russia, underscores the delicate balance Beijing seeks to maintain. China's insistence on the non-targeted nature of these exchanges and its assertion that they should not be subject to third-party interference speaks to a broader principle of sovereignty and non-interference in international relations that China often champions. However, this stance also reflects the pragmatic need to protect its economic interests and those of its enterprises, which might be adversely affected by the EU sanctions. As the global economy becomes increasingly interconnected, the implications of such sanctions extend beyond the immediate entities involved. European companies, which might have business relations with the sanctioned Chinese firms, will need to navigate the complexities of compliance with EU regulations, potentially restructuring their supply chains or seeking alternative partners. This situation places additional strains on global supply chains, already tested by the pandemic and ongoing geopolitical tensions. Moreover, the reactions from various stakeholders, including businesses and governments within the EMU, China and third countries, will likely influence the future trajectory of EU-China relations. While the EU seeks to assert its stance on the Ukraine conflict and its broader values related to international law and human rights, China is focused on safeguarding its economic interests and maintaining its strategic partnership with Russia. This balancing act is complicated further by the internal dynamics within the EU, where member states may have diverging views on the best approach to managing relations with China and Russia. The unfolding scenario also highlights the role of technology and trade in contemporary geopolitical conflicts. The EU's concern over sensitive technology, particularly in the semiconductor industry, underscores the strategic importance of these sectors in national security and economic competitiveness. The secretive deal between the Netherlands and the US to limit chip-making technology exports to China exemplifies the increasing politicization of technology and trade, where economic tools are deployed to achieve strategic objectives. As this complex situation evolves, the international community will be closely watching the responses from China, the EU, and other global actors. The decisions made in the coming months will not only affect the immediate parties involved, but also set precedents for how global trade regulations, sanctions, and diplomatic relations are navigated in an era of heightened geopolitical competition. The outcome of these tensions could redefine the contours of international alliances, trade partnerships, and the global economic landscape for years to come. Thank you for your attention, and I welcome your thoughts and questions on this complex and vital subject. Do you want to watch more videos like this one? If yes, please like and share the video and subscribe to get exclusive videos about how phenomenally China is developing and growing its influence. Your subscriptions and likes motivate us to generate more content, so please keep supporting us. Check out this video showing on your screen right now, and I will see you on the other side.